So, if you've talked to me recently, you know that I've been talking a lot about Roth conversions. And when most people think about Roth conversions, they ask one question: will my taxable income be higher later than it is today? And that's the information they use to make the decision: is a Roth conversion right for me? And when thinking about Roth conversions, there's a lot of different factors at play. And I've talked about reducing future RMDs. I've talked about IRMA charges. Don't want to get that surprise letter in the mail. But I want to talk about something today that often goes overlooked. And from my time at Vanguard, I know not a lot of advisors even take this into account. There's another piece of the puzzle that often gets missed when we're talking about Roth conversions, and that's how you pay the taxes and something that I would call tax drag. Let me explain. In some cases, a Roth conversion can improve your after tax outcome, not because the investment earns more, but less of the growth gets interrupted by taxes along the way. And sometimes a Roth conversion can even make sense when traditionally you might be told that's not necessarily the case. So let's talk about tax drag. Tax drag is just the idea that in a taxable account, interest, dividends, and realized gains can create taxes over time. And those taxes reduce what stay in the account and stays compounding. A Roth works differently. Qualified growth in a Roth IRA is tax-free. So once the money is there, future growth is no longer being chipped away at with annual taxation. Here's where conversion becomes interesting. Somebody converts traditional IRA dollars to a Roth and pays taxes with the assets outside of an IRA. The full IRA balance gets moved into the tax advantaged account. In effect, you're moving money into an account where it can compound moving forward with less tax friction. That's why the decision isn't always my tax rate now versus my tax rate later. According to research, a conversion can still make sense even if your future tax rate is a bit higher later than it is today. And I'll include a screenshot from a Vanguard research paper here and a link to it in the description. Feel free to pause the video and look at the chart on the screen. I think this explains it in a very simple way. This tends to matter more when the money used to pay the tax is sitting in a taxable account. When those taxable holdings are less tax efficient, or when you have many years to let the Roth IRA compound. So the big idea is this: a Roth conversion isn't just a tax bracket decision. And I know I've talked about other ways a Roth conversion might make sense, but it can also be a compounding decision. Sometimes the value comes from reducing tax drag and allowing more of your money to grow in a tax-free environment over time. That doesn't mean everyone should convert, but it does mean the analysis is often more powerful than the simple rule of thumb that people typically use makes it sound.